Okay. Today we're going to be doing square root functions and inequalities. You ready?
Ready!
Okay.
Yay!
That was nice. I almost want to keep going. I just want to just do it more.
We can't say Damien, huh?
Do you recall what this type of shape is?
Parabola.
Parabola. It's a parabola. All right. Let's graph it so that it just sketch. Simple sketch of the parabola. Looks like a little U, curvy U here. Okay, that's the parabola. So in other words, if y is by itself and x is squared, the parabola opens to up, or it could open down. There is negative here. What we're going to do today is we're going to square the y and show you something. So y squared equals x. So we switch the square. This is a parabola too. How do you think it looks?
To the side.
Yes?
To the side.
To the side. Will it open to the positive side, meaning right? Or will it open to the negative side, meaning left?
Right.
It opens to the right. Just like this is a positive parabola, opens up as opposed to down. This is a positive parabola, meaning it opens right as opposed to left. So let's sketch that. Etch a sketch.
But
Okay.
can you sketch an edge?
Yeah, can you sketch an edge? Who knows? Here it comes. So,
Trademark.
there we go. So, that's our parabola opening to the side. Questions?
Easy.
How would you graph that on the calculator?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Is this a function?
No.
No. Why is it not a function?
It doesn't pass the vertical line.
Vertical line test. Boom. Exactly. A vertical line can touch it in two places, so it's not a function. So the way to make this a function is to make it y equals something, just like in your graphing calculators. Y equals something. How do we get y by itself here? Yes?
You square root it.
You square root it. Okay.
Good one, Cornelius.
Okay, so we square root it. What's the equation that results? Y equals the square root of x. This is what we're working with today. Y equals square root of x is its own type of graph. And any guesses how it's going to look? Similar to this.
Only the one line.
Only the top line.
Yeah.
Correct. Only the top line. As
Why
in,
is that?
it's the positive part of the parabola. Technically, when you take the square root of something, do you recall that it's plus or minus the square root?
Yeah.
Right. Plus or minus the square root. This is plus square root. This imaginary is minus square root. But we're not dealing with the minus square root. We're only dealing with the plus square root, and now it's a function. So everything we're going to do today is you're going to look at a certain function and it'll say graph it. And just graph, okay? The calculator can, the calculator will confirm, but we're going to talk about the lesson behind it. Okay, leaving that sketch. Now we're over here. Okay. That plus or minus is gone. Okay. So what if you had, hook it up, y equals square root of. Okay, so we know the shape of this will be,
A half.
yeah, it's like a little wave. Okay, it's not linear. A line would be no square roots. Square root has this type of shape.
Okay.
Okay, so first things first. How do we get the y-intercept? The y-intercept. Let's go over
You
here.
make x
Y equals
zero.
mx plus b.
No, you
Okay, look, that's right. Y equals mx plus b is a line. So this isn't a line, this is a curve, right? So that's different. The y-intercept is when what? Heard
You
it?
make x zero.
X is 0. X is 0 at the y-intercept. See, this is the y line. X is 0 at all these points. So we set x to 0 in here. All right. What will it be?
4. Square root 4.
Square root of 4. Correct. If x is 0, it's 3 times 0, 0, 0 plus 4, so this becomes square root of 4 equals, we're always working in pluses. That's this stuff, this area. So that's 2. So the y-intercept is 2. Y-int is 0, 2. 1, 2. Okay, so where do you think the origin of this point will be? Will it be like over here going up? Or will it be here going? It has to be over here, right?
Yeah.
It has to be here because it has that shape and there's no negative here. Okay, if it was negative, it would be doing like that. It would be going down. All right, so let's get this point. What do we know? What do we know about this point?
Something about slope.
Something about, no,
Oh,
slope
no.
is out.
Y equals 0.
Y is 0 here. Y is 0 here. Excuse me. Yes, Y is 0 here.
Your excuse.
Y is 0. Thank you. So if we're going to set Y to 0, we would get the x-intercept. Okay, so to sum up, the y-intercept is when x is 0. The x-intercept is when y is 0. Questions on that? I love your questions.
How are you doing today?
Thank you. Math questions would be preferable, but I'm doing fine. Okay, so let's do it. Y is 0. 0 equals the square root of 3x plus 4. And we solve. Square both sides. What do we get? 0 equals, right? Are you guys just writing or thinking? What you doing?
0
Being
equals
confused.
0 plus 9x squared plus
3x plus 4, no. We
Oh, no.
square both sides.
Oh,
okay.
4 equals 3.
Doop. Square. Doop. Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Why do you do that?
Okay, so are you cool with why we set y to 0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We set y to 0 to get the point of beginning, right?
Yeah.
So we set y to 0. Now how do we get what x is? We need to isolate x. So we
Right.
isolate x by squaring both sides to get rid of the square root. And over here.
Okay.
And how do we get x by itself?
-4.
Subtract 4, divide 3. Hallelujah. 4 minus 4. 3x equals -4. X equals -4 over 3. And that makes sense because it's negative and it's to the left side. X int. How do we say the x int?
What y is
Louder, louder.
-4 over 3, then 0.
-4 over 3, 0 is correct.
Yes.
-4 over 3.
AK, comma.
Yeah, is like, yeah, this is the symbol for Yeah.
Good job.
All right, so -4 over 3, 1 1/3, right? 1 1/3. Okay. And now we can start our shape. We can start our curve. Here it comes. Now let's do one more out in space, and then we're done. That's all we need.
4.
You want to do 4? When x is 4, it's a good one. Y is.
Show the number.
Let's pick one that's wise.
Okay.
What do you want to pick for x?
An
That-
even number is.
4, and then y is also
7.
Well, even numbers.
I want a number that's going to be so that the square root will be clean.
2
Let's do
4.
or 4.
What would 4 result in?
16.
4 times, yeah, this would be
4.
12 plus 4 is square root of 16, which is 4. All right, so yeah, let's put it. If we put 4 in here, plus 4, that's the square root of 16, which is 4. So that makes the point 4, 4. Oh, someone got it right.
That was not
You
me.
The timing was wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, gotta save that sound for when we get it right. Okay. That's the graph. That's it. Questions on this? That's it. Okay, we're
Bring it
gonna
on.
What are the?
do. Okay, we're doing 2 more. That's
Wait,
it. Yes.
So for the test, can we just? Are you gonna let us use our calculator to do the graph? or-
I'm gonna let you use the calculator to use for the test. However,
You still have to
um,
plot the point.
just plot the. I want you to know what you're doing. Like I want you to derive x-intercept and y-intercept. All right, and I want you to derive. Yeah, and then one other point. But definitely use it as a tool to check. Use
But-
technology to help
Yeah,
you.
my question is
Don't
when
rely
we do the when we plotted in the y equals and then do second graph, it tells us it'll tell us all that, right? Like 0 and then negative.
I know, but I want you to calculate the intercepts. Yeah, that stuff proves that you know what the calculator is doing. The calculator can do all kinds of stuff. As long as you know what it's doing, then you use it well.
So good for that SAT.
So good for this. Okay, 2 more. Y equals
Okay, I took my calculator during SATs on camera.
2x minus 6.
Are you serious?
Here we go.
Yeah, he thought I was cheating.
So, okay, let's talk about SAT another time. It'd be great. How do we start? What do you want to set to 0?
X.
You want to set x to 0 to get the
Y-intercept.
y-intercept. Okay, let's do that. So when x is 0, y equals square root of. Oh, you see something?
There's a
I see
negative
my
square
friend
root.
I.
You see your friend I. Okay, this becomes y equals square root of negative 6.
That's weird. Your friend's my mortal enemy.
Is this a real number?
No,
No.
it's
In
imaginary.
other words,
It's
there is
imaginary.
no y-intercept.
Oh.
There's no y-intercept. Okay, so that means no y-int.
Oh,
because
so that
this
means
can't
it
be
starts
evaluated.
from
Correct.
the origin?
No,
Or
that would be a
x.
y-intercept.
Oh, X.
You see it? It starts from here. If it starts from here and goes, that means it's never going to cross the y-axis.
So you
Any
just
questions?
make Y into 0.
So now let's do the other one. What do we set to 0?
Y.
Y. Can someone tell someone else? Because I'm glad we get. What do we set to 0 and pourquoi?
Y.
Not you. You're good. I want more people to get involved.
I can do different
Y.
things.
That's how my dad
Why?
talks. He's like involvement. What?
You want to get the x by itself.
Okay, good. You set the y to 0 to get the x-intercept. All right. So if that's a 0 equals. All right. Bye, sketch.
Bye.
Bye. You said bye too.
I miss it.
2x minus 6. Square both sides, right?
X minus 6.
Equals 2x minus 6. I'll write the square. Be thorough. All right. Thorough. Okay, good. Plus 6 divided by 2. What's x here?
3.
3. So the x-intercept is 3, 0. Graph it. Oh, 1, 2, 3. There. And it's going to the right. To the right, everything you graph is on a box to the right. Okay,
So
so
now, what do you do? Since you
now
have,
let's pick a point, or 2, or 3.
so we can get what the Y.
Yeah, let's get something here. Let's get something here. We know it's not going to go this way. It's going this way. So let's pick a point that would be smart. What do you think? You got one?
Well, I have a question.
Question, please.
So we got 3. How did we get 3? I don't know how.
X is solve for x here. I did rush that. Do you understand why we set y to 0?
Yeah.
To get the x-intercept. Y is 0. Now we're going to solve. So we square both sides. 0 equals 2x plus 6, minus 6. Plus 6 on both sides. I see a question in the back. I want to get that too. So 2x equals 6. X equals 3. Okay? Is that a hand?
X to 6.
Yes.
Pick 4.
You want to pick 4?
You can set it to 6.
Good.
You can pick any point, you know? You can pick any point. If we picked 4, what would we get under here?
2.
2.
Square root of 2. All right, square root of 2 is like 1.4 something. That's fine. It would be okay.
Let's pick
Let's
5.
pick something
Do
clean.
4.
11.
Do 2.
I mean, 6.
We can do 2.
Because then it'd be 12 minus 6.
5.
No, do 6.
22
5 is nice.
16.
5's gonna be perfect.
5 is nice. 11. What do you have for 11? 11 is
16.
22 minus 6 is 16. Let's do both.
And you're just gonna ignore my 6.
What'd you say? 6?
Yeah, dude.
6, no nice.
Why no nice?
6 would be 12 minus 6, square root of 6. No fun.
Oh, that's not right.
Okay.
That's what
It's fun for me.
It's fine.
You know, it's fine. It would work though.
It would work.
It would work.
Alright.
It's just square root of 6 is like 2 point something.
Hard
All
no
right.
judgment.
All right, so what were our points? 5? 5. What would the y matching be?
2.
2. 5, 2. Nice. And now
Summertime.
11, 4. Questions about why 5, 2 are paired and 11, 4 are paired. Okay? I'm feeling like it's no questions because you get it.
Yeah.
All right. That's you. So let's do it. 5, 2 is here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 2. There. It's going straight. All right. Okay. One more. Stay with it. I know it's lots of funny things happening. Right? Trying to make us look all on the same page. Okay, one more. Try this yourself.
Una más.
Una más.
Or Latin front.
Outside the square root.
What do you mean?
The 2 is outside the square root. But same concepts. Are you working?
So can we, where's my?
Try it out. Yeah, try for a minute. 1 minute. One.
Gee, I'd hate to say 2 minutes.
When my sister got too hyper when she was a little kid, I invented a dance for her called the energy dance because she was really hyper. The energy dance consists of her going into the living room, clasp her hands behind her back, looking up at the ceiling and going, energy, 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 energy. And she's like, I'm like, keep going, energy, energy. And then she's like,
Wow, she's golden.
little kid. She was little. Now she's your age. Okay, let's do this. Which we don't know what that is.
Solve for X.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Find the y.
Find the y-intercept is when x is 0. So y-intercept when x is 0 is 2. Right? Find the x-intercept when y is 0. Mm-hmm.
Would you square root the whole thing, or would you just square root the X?
Square. Well, let's find out. Let's set x to 0.
Alright.
So y equals. Oh, we already set x to 0. So y to 0. 0 equals square root of x plus 2 minus 2 minus 2. Okay. Can the square root of x ever be negative?
No.
No. So what does that tell us?
There's no Y.
There is no
X.
x-intercept. So this is the y-int. No x-int.
Will that be the case for square root of X, or is that just coincidence?
Square root of x?
Well, you see in that one, it's only over the X. Is that just a coincidence that there's no X-intercept, or?
Oh, no, yeah. No, it could be 3x, could be 4x.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you have numbers outside the square root, that's called a vertical shift. Basically, it's the square root of x graph, which would have started here. Remember that we did at the very beginning? Would have started here, but instead of starting here, it just starts up 2 and then it does its thing. Okay? So if you had like our previous graph, let's say, what was it? 3x plus 4. So if you had y equals square root of 3x plus 4 plus 2, it would be the 3x plus 4 graph moved up 2, looking the same. Questions on that? All right, it just shifted twice. Okay, so let's make our graph. It's going to look like this, more or less. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about this particular problem is what if it's an inequality? Here it comes.
Negative.
Inequality is
Shading?
less than. Correct. So let's say it's less than. What do you know about the less than? What happens to this particular graph? What happens to it?
Shade under it.
Not the shade part.
Dotted.
Dotted, yeah. The dotted part first. Dotted because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
less
yeah.
than. If
Not-
it was
not
or
equal
equal
to.
to, it would be the
And
same,
it'd be straight.
right? And now, y is less than. Where do we shade?
Under.
Underneath the whole thing. Any creative shading ideas?
Oh, for a shade?
Yaymath.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. Oh no, that's
Mouse.
product placement. I don't
So we
do
can
that.
do frame
I
mouse.
do here. I do my tornado.
It's a twister.
And then here's like
That's some great artwork.
with some clouds and stuff.
Where's the cow?
In other words, you can shape of a cow.
There's always a cow.
Whoa!
That's a really cow. It's like an amoeba cow. I've never seen one.
Think green.
Hold on.
Charlie Brown, the only shade to the right side of the axis?
Shade down. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's see if these points work. Let's see if
Wouldn't it have to?
all these points work. Any
Except-
point you pick here will work in the graph. So give me a point that's here, and let's check.
Negative 5, 3.
Negative.
Negative 5.
No, no, negative 5, 3 is over here.
Five, six.
3, negative 5.
Oh, just kidding.
2, negative 1. I like small numbers just to check our work. Yeah.
I like
2,
it.
negative 1.
20, 40.
Would -2, -1 be a valid?
Negative 2, negative 1. No. See, it's over here.
Okay.
All right. So let's try 2, negative 1. Does it work in there?
Yes.
Let's find out. Negative 1 less than square root of x. Square root of 2 plus
Plus
2. Is this true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Negative 1 less than. We said this before. This is like 1.4.
Yeah.
So 1.4 plus 2. So it works. This point works. Now if we put something over here, let's do 1 point that doesn't work. What about
-2, -1?
negative 2, negative 1? Immediately it doesn't work. Square root of a negative number.
Wait, is there any way we can do that on our calculator?
Sure.
Where's the...
Y equals square root of x plus 2 in the graph. That's all.
That would do it.
No, with the inequality.
Oops.
All you
the
have to do
shading.
is just make
The
it.
shading, just shade down from the graph. That's all. If it's less than,
I
shade
know how to
down.
memorize that.
Huh?
It's like an arrow. If you make that an arrow and that like.
Yeah, people like the arrow maneuver. I'm not too crazy about it because sometimes the y is over here. Let me ask you this: if it was greater than, where do you think you shade? Up from the graph. Up. Okay, and that was my symbolic goodbye. That's all we have. Thank you. That was wonderful. Was that
Do one
fun
more
for you too?
yaymath?
Yeah. Wanna do one more yaymath? Don't do it
Yeah.
yet. Okay, ready? Now together at the same time.